I started out, before I became an investigator in Title IX, I was a litigator. And as a litigator, I had to think about how am I going to prove this case at trial? So I needed to think about what I was going to do, how I was going to get to trial, and then work backwards. And I think as an investigator, the same is true. You need to think about, okay, these are the allegations, this is the policy, what evidence can I get, both oral evidence and written evidence? What evidence can I collect to be able to bring this investigation forward and hand it over to a decision maker who is then going to be able to decide fairly what the outcome should be? It's important to really listen to each person that you're interviewing, really understand their side of the story, and be able to collect the best evidence from them that way. I think it's very hard to do so. A lot of these allegations surround alcohol or drugs, and a lot of students come forward and are hesitant to be interviewed because they don't want to get in trouble for using alcohol or drugs, right? So it's important to advise the students, if your school does have an amnesty policy, to let them know, listen, you are not going to get into trouble for telling me that there was drinking or that you were drinking, even though you're not 21 yet. So I think that puts students at ease in a way that gets a more effective investigation. It is so important to maintain ethics throughout the course of an investigation. There are external pressures on you from the parties, from witnesses, even from the institution itself, from the general counsel's office, from the Title IX coordinator even. And you need to be able to conduct that investigation without listening to the outside voices and without having any sort of distraction or any sort of anyone putting pressure on you to be able to, kind of steer the course of the investigation. You really need to take that into your own hands and conduct the investigation in an honest and an unbiased way.